Hello everybody and welcome back to some of our Modsauce 2 world here. Since last episode, we've done a few little things in between. As you can see, the main one will be the healing axe that I'm currently holding. I thought I was in that moment where I didn't have much food, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I used to have this thing where I didn't actually have to eat. I can't remember what the hell it was. I looked it up and I realized it was the healing axe, and you know, the healing axe isn't that difficult to actually get a hold of. I mean, it's 2 obsidian. Obsidian's obviously not that difficult. And unstable ingots, which, again, we can only use semi-stable ingots currently. But that's just 3 gold, essentially, 27 diamonds, and the division sigil, which we have one of anyway. And really, we have a ton of those things. I mean, seriously, we've got a lot. Because, as you might be able to tell, and as I'll be able to show you here, we actually have yellow heart containers and red heart canisters. We have a total of 30 health. I think I said at the end of the episode I was going to be doing that anyway. But we have all that sorted out. That's fine and dandy. And that means we just have a lot of health. I've also enchanted that. I changed that to an obsidian hatchet and then got auto repair and stuff on there. That's now master and still flint, so I should probably change that out to maybe something else. We'll have to see. And yeah, we, other than that, have done this area, changed these all out to deep storage units because they were starting to get full in some cases. They were starting to get full. I actually did this amazing thing where basically iron is the most common one we're going to get. I mean, in general, if I'm able to quickly look at this, to get the stuff, it is a 20% chance of us getting a 20% chance of us getting iron or things, and especially when we've got fortune on a lot of these machines, or all of these machines really. We have an extra chance of getting those. So what I did, I've also changed, I moved it a level down. I just tried to make it a bit more flush with the floor and just look a bit nicer. Obviously, again, this is probably going to change in like the next week or so, but these are all like oak drawers still. As you can see how much iron sand I've got. I've actually been running this on a server. am running it on a server now on another computer, so that's been running a lot. It's not actually been running for a while in the background, but it is just generally running because yeah, whatever. If I'm able to just have that happen, I can have it. But yeah, we have a lot of these now, which is really nice, and as you can see, it's going up fast. The reason for that is I actually have a elite smelting factory here. Elite, yes. Took me a while to get it. Actually, it's not that expensive. It's not as expensive as you'd think. Reinforced alloy there, not even that expensive. But it's just getting through and doing the crafting. That's really all the pain we have there. The hardest thing for this entire system is currently the deep storage units, because they are this really annoying recipe which requires us to get resonant energy cell frames and plastic sheets and stuff like that instead of the sort of ender pearl version, or you know, I think it's like 3 ender pearls, 2 eyes of ender and stuff like that. And ender pearls are an easy thing for us because we've actually upgraded the amount we've got now, which is a really nice thing, which is awesome. Using, you know, we just got 3 extra ender lily seeds, which is also cool. These are actually going up quick. The essence berries are doing fine. I've set up some spectre wheat, as well as this wither shrub, which is constantly being touched by this autonomous activator, which is being powered by this tesseract because they now require power, unfortunately. And each of those are going into the vacuum hopper and into the deep storage unit, which currently has 25,621, along with whatever's in here, 13. Yeah, there's a lot. We're probably never going to use that many. Even if we use the Wither Killer, which is probably what we're going to do, because we don't need yellow hearts anymore. If for any reason, until like maybe they update Tinker's Construct and make green hearts available, then we'll never need them at all. So that's fine. But the plan for today is actually going to be primarily sort of sorting this system out a bit. This system is a bit annoying because of the way it works. This is currently an autonomous activator, and it sort of is a pain in the way that it's being done. Well, it's not that it's a pain, it's a bit sloppy in my opinion. What I'm going to plan to do is going to mean we're going to have to get rid of this spectre wheat and maybe put it somewhere else, on this netherrack somewhere, because this all should be within range of the lava anyway. And similarly with like going back over that way, on there should have water come through, plus we got that water pool there anyway. But we are going to set up a harvester. being a lovely machine which just simply allows us to farm these items a lot nicer. And the way that this whole thing works, we'll be able to place it on this block, face it, or actually this block rather, facing it in, and it should just work on the radius of like a 3x3 area, and this should be in the middle, and it could include all 4 sides that this is getting used on. So for that, that's an ink harvester apparently. I kind of want to see what that's all about, but we need a machine frame. That's always something that we can sort out. We need a redstone reception coil, which is just gold, and that gold gear. I thought it was an electrum gear for a moment. That's actually surprising. Invar. Invar is probably our hardest thing. Invar is ferrous plus iron. I can probably I can throw it in a thing. But how much do we need? We need 7. So 3 ferrous and 3 ferrous, 6 iron, I think. And a nice thing actually, I've added these deep storage labels, which is from Simply Labels. And it actually works in the same way that the oak barrels do. So if I do that, I can throw out 3 of these things, and iron, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do sort of go round a lot quicker than you wish they did, or they go around the place a bit more than you wish they did. Sort of like with when you hit a painting off, I feel, in like vanilla Minecraft, or even just still modded Minecraft. Speaking of which, I actually have no idea where our alloy smelter is. So worry. Right, the alloy smelter has been found. We're just going to throw it off this tesseract because who really cares, I guess. It's gonna be moved later anyway. Those are going to be fine. Whilst we're here, we can actually pick up the more iron that we need. So we're going to need a total of, think about, what is it? We're going to need 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to need 4 tin, I think. I don't know if that's tin, I think that is tin. 1, 2, 3, 4. From that, we're going to need glass, I guess, and plastic sheets, which is actually probably something I haven't got. Oh, okay, so I didn't need to do 3, 2. We need shears as well, and redstone. And glass. But glass actually is a bit more difficult than it used to be, because the sand that was going through here is then being turned into dust, which is the way this whole thing works. And yeah, it just means we have to mine it a bit more often. But that's a fine thing that can go on. That's about, I thought it was some stuff like just flying around. Well, it is something that's just flying around. I thought it was like an item that I'd hit and was flying around, I guess. So what we need to do is that, this, and it should just be a case of that one, that. The only difficult thing is maybe the sticks that we're going to have to get. I actually don't know what any wood is. I guess I can just cut down a tree. Just cut this acacia tree down. And the wood, and I'm thinking the plastic, because I don't actually know if I have any plastic left. So I think I used it all. So I'll have to have a look around. So I'll be back once I got some rubber. I found some rubber, just about. We've got 5 in total, and we need 4 to get this whole thing going, so that worked out nearly fine. Could have gone a bit worse if we only had, well, if we had 2 less. And after that, what else are we going to need? Sticks, which is what I got the acacia wood for, which I probably didn't have to get down the entire tree for, really. Shears, that's going to go there. We're then going to get the 3 Invar apparently, but I guess that doesn't matter. And I have no idea why it's not 100% doing it. Maybe I screwed up somewhere. We'll have to see. Or it might just be because the axe is something that can have durability. Looks like it might be. So let's actually completely redo this thing. We're actually not going to need the vacuum hopper at all anymore. We're not even going to need really any of this stuff. Such as get this thing gone. I actually think I just went in the lava. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Think it did. What was it? It was a autonomous activator. Doesn't matter too much then. Let me get these out of here, because I can make those still. I actually don't know what that... Oh, I guess I didn't have any netherite, did I? Yeah, whatever, I'll just nick one from here. I actually don't know where any of my... actually, we don't even... Right. Tesseract. I'm going to have to... my inventory is screwed up. Right, let's take this one sand, make everything look nice. That netherite can go in there. Then we're going to have a deep storage unit there. Is it deep storage unit? Yeah. And then that thing there. And this is going to create that, as well as sludge. That's another thing we've got to worry about a bit more. Creation of sludge, which is going to happen. But in theory, this should be just a fine thing. Eventually, the sludge will like build up and it will go at a slower rate. But at the moment, we're not producing these at a fast rate, so I guess I don't 100% worry too much about it at the moment. It's something we can sort out later. But yeah, that's actually that for the harvester, I guess. Other than that, we probably want to set up a little tank on top of it. I will see if I've got anything for that. And something else I wanted to do, which first I'm going to see how much time we have left, and then I'll see if we actually have the materials, and then we can maybe... Okay, so it seems that we do have enough time. It's only been maybe 12 minutes coming up to it in the episode, and what we're going to do for the rest of it is we are going to be setting up a simple, basic AE system, or ME system, whatever you want to call it, Applied Energistics. That is what we're going to be doing to a degree. It's not going to be super amazing at the moment, it's just going to be a basic thing where we can have a few drives, store some more items, have them all in one place, and autocraft from there. Well, not autocraft, but be able to have the I want to get the crafting terminal, but I don't think I am going to get it today. But maybe in between episodes, get the crafting table, crafting monitor up there, and be able to craft from it. Make our lives a lot easier, as well as we can do some crystal growth acceleration. Actually, I'm thinking of... I think it might be AE2 stuff. Yeah, AE2 stuff actually has a pattern encoder, a crystal growth chamber, and an advanced inscriber. I actually want to see how much we have to get an inscriber for anyway. We have to make an inscriber anyway today, so that's going to have to happen. But those are really nice things. We can set those up to power, and it requires 6 crystal growth accelerators, but it's just sort of almost like a chest you have them in. So that's a nice thing, I guess. But to start off with, we're going to have to create a ME controller. That's sort of the basic of a system. We're going to need a skystone block, which is easy. There's a few bits of skystone up here in this area. We're going to need an engineering processor, which is going to need a inscriber anyway. And we're going to need a pure fluix crystal, or 4 of them, which we need fluix seeds, which is actually going to take forever, I've just realized. But hopefully we should be able to get enough items maybe to create a crystal growth accelerator or crystal growth chamber maybe today, I'm hoping. Yeah, we should hopefully have enough materials to get all this sorted out. Maybe we can set up a crystal growth chamber today. That might be what it ends up happening. But I maybe want to get an ME controller done today. So for that we're going to need this, which is going to need an inscriber. The inscriber requires us to have a fluix crystal, 2 sticky pistons, and 5 iron. We're going to need fluix crystal, which is actually just a charged Certus quartz, a nether quartz, and a redstone dust. So we're going to need nether quartz, which I actually don't think we can get from here, but we can actually get that. Also, we're probably going to need a charger, which I think in itself requires fluix crystals, yeah. So, charger's another thing we can set up today. We need redstone dust, and I think you can get charged fluix crystals from, or charged, what is it? Certus quartz. Certus. You can get charged Certus quartz from a sieve or sand going through a sieve, and it gives us 1% chance drop. Which is a bit worrying. I think I might have a few that I have somewhere around. I knew that one day I was gonna like kick myself for not picking up any Certus quartz. I know these aren't the charged ones, but I just need to have a little look around this area because we don't actually have any charged Certus quartz. We actually have quite a bit of Certus quartz normal Certus quartz, and we have quite a lot of charged, or not charged, Certus quartz dust, which is going to be great for the future. But really, the first thing we're going to need is a charger anyway. That's going to make our lives just generally easier when we have a charger. But to get the charger, we have to find that first bit of charged Certus quartz, which is probably going to be the hardest piece of anything that we're going to be building today. Well, of course, since it's probably the only thing we're going to be building today other than the harvester, and we pretty much had everything already except from the sticks, which I just didn't know where they were. But it doesn't actually look like, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I saw some charged Certus quartz and I was like, I'll remember that one for when I need to get it. And now I need it, and now I can't remember where the hell that is at all. Like, seriously, I have no idea where it is. Okay, so the way we're probably going to have to do this is just a simple remove this, take all the upgrades from it, put it into a different power source, and from there we're going to just sieve a load of sand. And the reason I'm going to do it in a automatic sieve is because the fortune upgrades and the speed upgrade is just going to be a lot easier for us, and hopefully we're going to get something good out of it. Now, I'm also in the middle of creating some materials for a crusher, and I sort of realized with the crusher, we're making like a ton of cobblestone. I mean, look at how many stacks, 93, like over 93,000 stacks of cobblestone in there, and we're not losing a lot from there. But if we, instead of maybe just having the residual sort of, oh, I think it's 10% chance of these guys going into here, especially since a lot of these times these guys are full of gravel anyway and aren't really doing anything, it would be nice to have a crusher, and I'm hoping to get an elite crusher. Be a really nice thing. To get an elite crusher, actually, I don't even, oh, it was in the sieve, yeah, that was it. Get an elite crusher, and the crusher, what it actually does is takes, I think, if I want to remember correctly this whole thing, but okay, so the crusher actually takes gravel and turns it into sand. So what we can actually do, sort of instead, oh, and actually that does that as well. My plan was sort of to, because I'm pretty sure there used to be a way you can turn. There was a machine that you could turn. I want to say you can turn cobblestone into sand. I think it might have just been a config actually, but now I learned that what we can maybe do is just have an extra pulverizer here, maybe like a bit further across, and have it send, or have like two. So have it send cobblestone to here, turn it into gravel. The gravel then gets turned into a. Actually, we can have an elite crusher then, because it can take like 5 stacks of items or something like that. Like this, for example, is why I chose it for the elite. Yes, 7 stacks of items. And that's why I chose it for the iron, because we've got so much of it. But yeah, we can do that. I think that might be a really useful thing. Come to think of it. So even though I failed at it, my plan came to fruition. Okay, awesome. We're going to throw the rest of our sand in there. It shouldn't actually take up too much space. Hopefully nothing gets spilled out. But we have our 3 charged Certus quartz. I actually want to see just generally quartz. How can we get nether quartz other than going to the nether? I'm not sure we can. That's slightly saddening. Well, we can get quartz berries, which I'm not sure if we have actually. Another thing I can. Another thing I guess I can double check if it actually is called quartz. Yeah, okay, quartz. Let's actually have a look if we've got any of those. We can maybe grow some up here, and that'll be a nice thing to have extra growing. Funnily enough, I have exactly 1 that I can find, seed and berry, just generally. I think this goes into just here, and from there, just start here for now so we can grow it. And that's actually going to get picked up, I realized, by this thing, so that's a bit of a worry there. But it does work, so that is diamond toe time. We are just going to go somewhere like here, where that's not going to pick it up. And I think for the moment we're just going to do this. And I'm hoping that these guys can just be... No, they have to be destroyed, it looks like, which is somewhat annoying. But it looks like we can set them up to grow nicely. And from that, it looks like we're able to grow quartz, which is always awesome, along with glass, and we can get six of these plus 3 glass, which is just a case of this quickly. Along with that, quickly craft or smelt. It looks like from here we're able to get 6 quartz, which is awesome, I guess. So we're gonna do this. Actually, let's drop all of these in. I know we're not gonna get all of them back, but we're not gonna use all of them, but we need to do that somewhat anyway. But now we have fluix crystals. Fluix crystals are a cool thing because we can now come in here, and we need to get 10 of these in total. The reason for that will become clear. Well, actually, we need 12 as well. The first reason we're going to do that is the case of actually can't remember how a charger goes. It would help if I could also spell the word charger. Charger, I'm going to make 1. Don't want to make 2. Charger is a really nice thing. I actually don't think it works off just straight power. It does actually, which is just really nice because now we can throw Certus Quartz in here, for example, and it will turn it into a charged Certus Quartz. Shocking, I know. That was a terrible pun. Right. I am very lucky though. From a recent venture, I was able to actually procure myself some gelatinous slime, which I realize is in completely the wrong place, which allows us to fail at crafting. Allows us to just craft the sticky pistons that we needed to craft for this whole thing. It would help if my mouse actually worked properly sometimes. Hopefully I get this one right. Yes, I did. We're going to need these 2, and then we're also going to need 2 gelatinous slimes. This will allow us to craft the inscriber that's also needed for us to inscribe and create, I guess. What else? I'll throw it here for the moment. Actually, do you know what? I can actually place it on top of these. Doesn't matter really the way it's going to work. And from there we want to make yeah, ME controller. Awesome. We're gonna have to go for the pure fluix crystals. That's gonna take a while, but I thought we might as well make an engineering process today, and I'm hoping that I actually have the correct things for these. I might actually know. Luckily, I do have the required materials, and in fact, I actually also have the way of creating silicon, which is also really good. It might take a while though, that's the only thing. The silicon press can take, well, it's fairly quick, because it is. I think that's also a result of it being right next to a tesseract. But simply just doing this is going to be awesome. We actually just need a redstone, which is something I've got to go get. Go get this. See, this is going to be a lot easier when we've got like just one central system which has everything in it, and you know, auto crafting and all that stuff is going to be really nice. This is probably going to take a bit longer, I guess. What are these? What does this make? I'm not sure. Well, I know what they are, but like I don't know why they're there. The ME controller. But there we have that. We have our engineering processor, and our inscriber, and our charger, which is going to make our lives a lot easier when it comes to making charged Certus Quartz, and from that, fluix crystals. Something I do want to double check though quickly is the word I can't remember. I think it's just AE2 stuff. Yeah. The crystal growth chamber. I do want to quickly check from here the crystal growth accelerators and how much we're going to need in order to craft those. Fluix blocks, they're not that difficult, especially now. Chest, hopper, those, you know, whatever. These are probably what we need to go for next, actually, which are going to be excessively easy. We just need a way of creating more sand. But I guess we'll have to see if that's something we'll do later. So that's all for today. Didn't get as much as I wanted to get done, unfortunately. We did get the harvester going. This is going to be running in the background. In fact, it's actually been running in the background. This has been running in the background for a tiny bit of time. The other system was already running in the background for, I want to say, probably a total of maybe 2 days in total. That's over 2 weeks because I actually recorded the last 2 episodes pretty much back to back because I really wanted to get stuff done. So it's been maybe about 2 weeks, and over that 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 to 2.5 days has been taken up with this constantly going. I want to say, you know, around about that time. Might be a bit more, might be a bit less. You never know. I don't have the correct numbers, but yeah. Hopefully, next time we can set up a bit of a better looking system and a actual better system. In between episodes, I'm probably going to get on and create the crystal growth chamber just so I can get started with getting the pure flux crystals and pure quartz and stuff like that we can work with. I'll also possibly redo a bit of this system probably in this area here because we need to create more sand. As you can see, sand is coming through very, well, I don't want to say commonly or uncommonly, very, well, rarely. It comes through very rarely, and I've already explained why. It's because this is pretty much always full to the brim. If I took that out, it would probably go through a bit faster, and then I'll probably make that. I'll probably actually take the... Actually, what I could probably do... No, I couldn't. I was going to say I could take from this line the gravel, but, you know, I'll work something out. I'll get the gravel to come out here and put it through a crusher, possibly. Well, an elite crusher. I'll make up an elite crusher. Get that all going, and then we'll hopefully get a lot more sand coming through. And I might set up this sieve here to be sand, or this sieve here to be like sand, this one here to be like dust, and have both of those down here. Maybe have the deep storage units raised, or another row or something like that, just so I can have all those items. I think that'll be really nice to have, you know, especially these charged Certus quartz and stuff like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow with another 2 videos, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.